The uncertainties and the ever-constant fears, take my advice and go see a movie. Not just any movie. Go see and laugh loud at The Bellboy.
The day I shot the first footage of The Bellboy, I called my dad and I said, Dad, I'm in a state of shock, of excitement, because I didn't know I knew all of that stuff. I didn't know I knew it. Frank Tashlin talked me into doing The Bellboy. I tried to get Billy Wilder to direct it. Our companies couldn't make a deal. So I told Frank about it, and he said, you're going to run into the same trouble with any good director. They're going to want their deal. They're going to be taking all your money. Why don't you do it yourself? When it came to my doing it, I was such an observer and so keen on learning everything that everybody was doing, and I had to know their job. Each day I was better. Each day the material got funnier.
Not only is it Jerry Lewis's first film as a director, it was made under circumstances where he had a lot of limitations. He had a lot of things to consider.
I'm in a 10-day window of writing a 163-page screenplay. When I'm up in around 90, I better get a director. I've already alerted Hollywood to send me 135 people. I'm already giving them the start date, and I'm in the middle of writing it. Can you imagine what that was like? And I did 2 shows every night.
He was performing at night, shooting and writing the script as he went along. It was really an arduous process for any man, but Lewis had the energy to pull it off.
I was going to make that movie no matter what, and I was at a point, very honestly, whatever came out on the screen, I did the best I could. I wasn't even anticipating anything of any real consequence, because you can't write that fast, put it together, and go shoot it. But the movie, as I see it as a filmmaker, is damn genius. To have been able to get that work in that continuity and to hear an audience go the way they went.
Places, everybody! Places!
We got a rush call to go immediately to Florida. Jerry was appearing on the stage at the Fontainebleau. And I remember that night going to see his show, and Jerry had us stand and introduced us to the crowd and said we were there to help him with his picture that he was going to film there. You know, the hotel was filled with all these guests and paying lots of money to stay there. And it just seems like the first day we had the run of the place. But there was a lot of complaints from the guests. People just wouldn't put up with the cables and the stopping of the elevators and everything during takes. So it made it very interesting for me.
Mr. Selly, I can't tell you how upset I am about this.
You're upset. I've got to go back to New York. I have to do a TV show.
Now, relax, Mr. Selly, relax.
Relax my eye. I'm going to find out who did this terrible thing to me. He has ruined my entire career.
Many a night I was on the phone making calls where I could get this or that, or especially the where they had all those chairs.
This is my favorite comedy scene from any movie that I've ever seen.
I never seen you laugh so hard.
I've got Stanley on theater seating duty.
Alone? How long's he been in there?
I just sent him in. He'll be in here for 2-3 days at least.
It's a wonderful thing. It's all pantomime. Chaplin pantomime, really.
The type of comedians who did this sort of comedy did them in silent cinema. But Lewis uses sound in order to enhance the gags.
He walks over, takes one chair, sets it down very slowly, moves it into place, drops back about 5 feet, takes a look at it,